UPN 9's game time coverage of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is brought to you by First Bank, proud partner of the Minnesota State High School League. The American Dairy Association, on behalf of your local dairy farmers. Menards, helping build America's heartland. Banville Herbicide from Sandoz, now more than ever, still the best. Your Viking Land GMC dealers. And the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, makers of All Sport Thirst Quencher. The countdown is on. A season of hard work completed. Just one more goal to attain. A championship. The 1996 Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament on UPN 9. It's game time. Now your host, Minnesota 9 News Sports Director, Jeff Grayson.
Well, all the games have moved from Williams Arena to the St. Paul Civic Center. They were split up, but we are in the capital city, and we are down from the Sweet 16 to the Great 8 or the Elite 8, and we start off with an interesting ball game today. Jeff Grayson joined by Hall of Famer Janet Carvenin. It will be Staples-Motley and ROCORI, and Janet, you saw ROCORI firsthand here at the Civic Center yesterday. They had to work overtime to get here.
They literally did. They were spurred on by Kip Sparby's 38 points, an unbelievable individual effort. But they have a nice team. Bob Brink has a very deep team also, and to look for them to be strong against Staples-Motley. Staples-Motley well coached also with Lynn Peterson. They, of course, were runners-up in last year's state championship game. Eric Kelly led the way for them, 27 points. And they do have the height to be able to match up against ROCORI today.
It'll be interesting to see how the Cardinals' experience comes into play against ROCORI. Those are the brackets that we're looking at. The winner of this game will play the winner of the St. Thomas Minneapolis North game. And Janet, I think as far as a marquee matchup, that one's pretty tough to top.
It really is. St. Thomas Academy was really fortunate because they survived double overtime against Duluth East, and they're really happy to have emerged the winner. They do have inside strength. Javier Collins at 6'7", a wide body. He can really mix it up. If they can get their inside game established, they might be able to give North a run. Although most people that saw North last night said, who's going to stop them on their way to defending their title?
Bowlers are looking good. That's our second game. Dick Bremer will join us for that one. Your host for this afternoon, the czar of sideline reporters, Andy Skoogman. Marvelous.
All right, Jeffrey, thank you very much. We will have halftime interviews with coaches, post-game interviews with players, and during the game interviews with fans. Once again, as always, we will have all the bases covered. Tip-off and introductions for our first quarterfinal game of the day just moments away. Staples-Motley and ROCORI, they'll go at it. We'll return to the St. Paul Civic Center right after this.
Karen Yeager's a First Bank customer, not just because she can transfer funds by phone through Fastline, or use her Checkster card instead of writing checks, or get an account summary from a Fast Bank ATM machine. Karen's a loyal customer because only First Bank puts so many ways of handling her family's money right at her fingertips.
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
With the score tied at 44 with only 10.2 seconds remaining, Staples-Motley puts the ball in play looking for the last shot against Chisholm. The Cardinals' Blaine Yeager finds Eric Kelly, who steps up and hits the clutch jumper with 3.1 seconds left. Staples-Motley advances to the 1995 championship game.
This great clip brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
If your life is full of demands, get the vehicle that meets them best. Safari from GMC. With the most towing and cargo capacity in its class, it's the only way to get your show on the road. Get the ultimate in family vans. Get a Safari. GMC is a proud television broadcast sponsor of the Minnesota State High School Tournament.
Mouth-watering offer from Subway. Buy a 6-inch Subway seafood and crab sub and get a second absolutely free. That's 2 6-inch Subway seafood and crab subs for the price of 1. You can't afford to let them pass.
Welcome back to the Civic Center. It's an A versus AA matchup, the second day of the Boys State basketball tournament. ROCORI, the Spartans, come in 21-5 under Bob Brink. The Cardinals of Staples-Motley, Lynn Peterson, his team 27-1. Janet mentioned at the top, runner-up to Minneapolis North last year. It's time now for the introductions. Let's go to public address announcer Dick Stanford.
The quarterfinals of the Sweet 16 of the 1996 Minnesota Boys Basketball Tournament. Today's first quarterfinal game matches the champions of Section 6A with a record of 27-1, the Cardinals from Staples-Motley. And the champions of Section 8AA with a record of 21-5, the ROCORI Cold Spring Spartans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your starting lineups. For Staples-Motley at forward, 6-foot sophomore, number 31, Kyle Stevens. For ROCORI at forward, 6-foot, 4-inch sophomore forward, number 12, Dan Hondel. At forward for the Cardinals, 6-foot, 4-inch junior, number 43, Dan Otteson. At forward for the Spartans, 6-foot, 5-inch freshman, number 42, Jason Crone. For Staples-Motley at center, 6-foot, 5-inch junior, number 54, Chris Heyer. At center for ROCORI, 6-foot, 4-inch senior, number 54, Mike Voigt. At guard for the Cardinals, 5-foot, 11-inch junior, number 3, Jeff Yeager. At guard for the Spartans, 6-foot, 4-inch junior, number 24, Mike Carlson. For Staples-Motley at guard, 6-foot, 1-inch junior, number 22, Eric Kelly. At guard for ROCORI, 6-foot, 5-inch senior, number 34, Kip Sparby. The Cardinals head coach is Lynn Peterson. The Spartans head coach is Bob Brink. Your officials for this game are Terry Knopf and Tom Maurer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to direct your attention to center court for the reading of the sportsmanship code. Representing Staples-Motley, Scott Moore. Representing ROCORI, Joel Torbort.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Minnesota State High School League State Basketball Tournament. We appreciate your attendance at this tournament and hope you enjoy it.
State basketball tournament is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair play, good sportsmanship among players and coaches. As athletes, we ask the spectators promote the ideals of good sportsmanship, fair play, and respect for our opponents and the cause for the officials.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand and join in singing as the ROCORI High School Band, under the direction of Frank Pasquarella, leads us in the Star-Spangled Banner.
We are set for basketball. Jeff Grayson, Janet Carvenin from the Civic Center. And Janet, a couple of key players here can put points on the board.
Well, they both average around 17, 18 points a game, but yesterday both of them had big games. Eric Kelly on the left, 27 points. Kip Scarby on the right, 38 points. So they definitely led the way for their team in the scoring column. I'm sure that they'll both have good days today, but let's look for who else gets in the scoring column for their teams. There you look at the starting lineups.
Dow, Voigt, Scarby, Carlson, Handel, and Yeager, Kelly, Stevens, Otson, and Heyer. Chris Heyer came up big in that fourth quarter at Williams Arena yesterday for the Cardinals. ROCORI Cold Spring in red, trimmed in white. Staples-Motley in white, trimmed, we'll call it Cardinal, and black. A little bit of a volley off the jump. Staples-Motley with it. That's Otson. Here's Eric Kelly. Jeff Yeager, the younger brother, of course, is Blaine. Blaine inside to Heyer right off the bat there. Misses the jumper. Rebound, Mike Carlson. Here comes Sparby.
Sparby's the tallest player for ROCORI, but he plays guard. That's Mike Voigt, also 6'4".
Sparby for three, rips off. Otson the rebound. Yeager thought about the three. Kyle Stevens right side. Heyer guarded by Sparby. Cardinal being patient in the half-court set. Trying to post up Otson. He turns around. 2-0.
Nice patience shown by Staples-Motley. Looks like they want to get it inside and are working hard to do just that.
John Hondo with a quick drive, and we're tied at 2.
Hondo had just finished with 4 points yesterday. He went to the bench with foul trouble. I'm sure today he wants to be more of a part of the action.
Otson pull up. All of a sudden, the offense lighting up here. When I hear the name Hondo, I think of John Havlicek. Hondo, right?
Yeah.
Inside. Battle for the rebound.
Fouls on ROCORI is number 42, Jason Crone, first team foul.
All right, it's a ROCORI foul.
Jason Crone wears number 42. He's not listed in our program, but he's a 6'4" freshman.
Heyer inside. It threw me a curveball with that name because we were covering the other games yesterday. 6'2" Staples-Motley. Carlson driving was deflected, and it's a ROCORI foul. Now kind of a slow start, quick timeout on the Menard scoreboard.
Menards has lined up great savings for your home. Add storage space with organizers from Lee Rowan. Save on a wide selection of racks, shelves, baskets, and more. Linen shelves start at just $3.27. Your kitchen will sparkle with a faucet from Price Pfister. Choose from many styles backed by a lifetime warranty. Single-handle kitchen faucets are $49.97 after rebate. Save on brand name quality at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Mom, I'm ready. Mom, what's a crack in your block?
Next.
Some days it seems like everything takes more time than you expect.
Run, triple overtime.
Fortunately, dinner doesn't have to be that way, because in only 30 minutes or less, you can have a delicious meal your family will think took hours to prepare.
Say, looks like somebody got home early today.
Beef, it's what's for dinner.
KMSP Television has purchased the broadcast rights to the 1996 Minnesota State High School basketball tournament. No broadcast, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and account of this copyrighted telecast is permitted without the written authority of KMSP Television and the Minnesota State High School League.
There you go. 6'2", Staples-Motley. Addison with 4, Higher with 2. Yeager thought about it inside to Higher again. That shot blocked. He still managed to get one up there. Here comes the Spartans. Sparby. Guarded by Kyle Stevens. This is Carlson. Mike Voigt. Spins and pops. 6'4".
Mike Voigt, quite a story. He's a transfer from Duluth East. He actually grew up in the ROCORI area, went to elementary school there. He's played in the state tournament for Duluth East, and for the senior year, he transferred back to ROCORI because his parents moved to Foley, which isn't too far away.
Covers about 3 different districts with his trip here to ROCORI. Yeager missing off the side of the backboard. Chance to tie for ROCORI or a lead with a 3. Jason Crone trying to get it to Sparby in the post. Voigt shoots.
Voigt's a really nice player. He averages about 16 a game, and he was a little bit off in his shot yesterday. I'm sure he's glad to get off to a good start today.
Tied at 6. Kyle Stevens guarded closely by Voigt. Kelly for 3. They're warming up now.
Wow.
On the run, Hondo. In and out. Rebound Higher.
Well, Eric Kelly, the young man with the basketball, is a junior this year, but last year I'm sure a lot of people remember him for his poise and confidence as a sophomore. Obviously a big part of their success.
That was a long 3 there. Kelly hitting the front of the rim a little bit farther than the ones he's been taking at Williams yesterday, and the first one he hit today. So he's 1 of 2 from long range. Jason Crone. Over to Voigt. It's a 3-point game right now. ROCORI, Sparby. Janet, it seems like after the first couple minutes kind of slow. Now all of a sudden shots beginning to fall Higher.
That's for sure. Chris Higher, a 6'5" player, averaging about 16 on the inside. He's got nice touch all around the basket.
Hit some important baskets yesterday in the win against McRae in the first round. There's Hondo in the post, almost stolen by Higher, goes flying out of bounds. Voigt inside to Sparby.
Well, those two really worked well together. Coach Bob Brink said that it took a little while to get Voigt involved with the offense, the flow at ROCORI. That defensively he fit in just fine, but mid-season things really were going smoothly. As you see Higher hitting again.
You know, it's the big guys on both teams getting the points right now. 3-point game, you see, 2.5 minutes left in a first quarter that's really picked up. That's Crone over to Voigt. Carlson. Sparby, turnaround, and there's a foul on Higher. I wanted to ask you, yesterday Staples-Motley played in Williams Arena. Is it a tough situation getting used to different floor, different arena, or is it not that big a deal?
Well, you take a look at the replay here. You see Sparby, what a great offensive threat he is, and how they have to respect him. But, you know, both of these teams have played a lot of different places, and both places, the Civic Center and Williams Arena, have an open background or an open air feel to them, so that you really do have a different perspective than what you would have normally at your high school gyms. But these teams are excited to be here. A lot of the players, if you talk to them, just love Williams Arena. You know, it's a real special place, I think, emotionally for a lot of people. Civic Center is a great home for the boys tournament.
Well, it's a 1-point game on the Menard scoreboard.
Jim Munoz isn't a First Bank customer just because they gave him his first checking account, or the car loan that he wanted, or the school loan that he needed. Jim's a First Bank customer because they gave his dad the business loan that he needed to grow the company and hire the right talent to make it prosper.
Francisco leads New York 540 to 310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
Please make your selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
It's a good start to quarterfinal Thursday. The Cardinals with a 1-point lead. The foul earlier on Heyer was his first.
This ROCORI team really had to work hard. They trailed by 10 points to Monticello after 3 quarters. Of course, they tied it up in the 4th and forced it into double overtime.
Inside, Addison. And it's a 3-point lead once again. Sparby with the ball. He scored the last 6 Spartans points. Carlson left side. Inside, Sparby again. Front of the rim.
They're looking to Sparby because he's matched up against Kyle Stevens, a 6-foot sophomore. And Sparby has 5 inches on him, so they're trying to post him up down low. That one didn't fall.
Yeager inside to Heyer. Nice pass, but it's up there. Crone gets it off the deflection to Carlson, who walked. You mentioned going inside to Sparby. He scored the last 6 for the Spartans, and he was the center of the offense the last time down. Those are the first two turnovers in the game on that sequence there. Well played first quarter. Kelly for 3. Rebound Crone. Here comes Sparby. Good defense by the Cardinals. Voigt to the basket. Heyer with the defense. Yeager to Heyer. Jumper. In and out. Brian staying in the game. Number 52 gets the rebound. Here's Crone, guarded by Heyer. Staying. Open jumper. Passed it up. Trying to go into Sparby again. Nice pass to Crone inside. Heyer with the block and the foul. And that's 2 on Chris Heyer.
Well, I'm sure that's something that concerns Lynn Peterson since the first quarter is not even over.
Fouls off the cards number 54, Chris Heyer, second personal, second team foul at the line.
There's the play.
Number 42, Jason Crone.
Again, everything really created by Sparby's ability to get the ball inside. That's something that ROCORI really is trying hard to do. Be interesting to see if Lynn Peterson will leave Kyle Stevens on Sparby.
Must have gotten him with the body. It didn't look like he barely got him where the ball was. 2 free throws by Crone are good. It's a 1-point Cardinals lead as we come down on the final half minute of the first quarter. Now they're taking the air out of the ball. Stevens bounce pass to Addison. A little too much on that one. .1 on the clock. Here comes Sparby. Let's see how the Spartans work it. A long 3. I almost give him 4 on that one. Kelly. Wow. Long range. 2 shots don't go, but a fun first quarter. The Cardinals with a 1-point lead after 8 minutes. Back with a second quarter after this.
You asked for it. Now come and get it. Cash back. Now through April 3rd only, Pontiac's biggest cash back of the year, including a $500 cash bonus on any new Pontiac. Choose cash back up to $1,500 or 4.8 financing on a new Pontiac, plus $500 bonus cash. $500 bonus cash on top of your most exciting Pontiac deal. Limited time offer. Hurry to your Pontiac Excitement dealers.
If you have children involved in sports, there's only one eyeglass lens they should be wearing, the polycarbonate lens. Look what happens to a standard plastic lens when struck by a projectile. Compare this to a polycarbonate lens. Notice the projectile simply bounced off the polycarbonate lens without breaking it. Be safe and choose polycarbonate lenses for your all-star player. Vision World, Minnesota's locally owned optical company.
Jeff Grayson along with Janet Carvenin. That's the story after one quarter. We get set for the second quarter. Well, what'd you think?
Really a well-played quarter. I think ROCORI trying to get some things going on offense. Staples-Motley, both Addison and Higher, they're big guys inside, have 6 points apiece. And that's good philosophy, you know, as far as building it from the inside out, getting those high percentage shots, and then people like Eric Kelly can drain the three still also.
Well, Higher has 2 fouls and he's in the game, so we'll have to see what happens there if the Spartans try to go at the Cardinals' number 54.
He's matched up against the freshman Crone. Crone is not a huge offensive threat, but he does hit the boards well on both ends.
There's Crone with the ball up to Sparby. Quick pass inside to Handel. In and out. Crone rebound, no. Back to Brian Stang. Pull up by Voigt. Couple shots just won't fall for ROCORI Colts. Kelly in traffic. Gets it back for 3. Addison with the rebound and basket. No, I thought it was down. The lid on the basket for both teams right now. Here's Sparby. Tipped away by Addison. It'll stay ROCORI ball. Minneapolis North St. Thomas Academy in our doubleheader game in the afternoon session. 2 more tonight. Jason Crone. Over to Brian Stang. Sparby open for 3. Front of the rim.
You can see ROCORI more of a perimeter type of team that likes to take the outside shot. When they're not hitting, though, things can get to be kind of a, you can have kind of dry spell from time to time.
Good ball movement. Stevens for 3, rimming off. Both teams cooling off a little bit. Kelly inside.
Eric Kelly's just played a lot of basketball. He's got so much savvy on the court, using his body well, and as a guard, rebounding that time.
Kelly with 5, and it's a 3-point lead for the Cardinals. Voigt in the lane, bounce pass, Crone to Stang, blocked by Addison, but Stang stays with it.
Great second effort by Stang there. 6'4" junior got his own rebound on the other side and converted it.
His first 2 points, 1-point game. It's been tight so far. Yeager for 3. Addison there. Misses it, but draws the foul. Addison hitting the boards. Mike Voigt gets the foul. Substitution, Nate Willenbring in the game for the Spartans as Handel comes out. That's the first on Voigt. Cardinals inbounds and turn it over.
I think Voigt hit it, but they're also saying that Staples player, perhaps Kelly, touched it on the way out.
Well, we got a tight one here. 1-point game on the Banville scoreboard.
I have 21 horses to look after and over 25 snow-covered acres to take care of.
Michelle Schuler runs a boarding stable, and she couldn't go a day without her Chevy Blazer.
A lot of people trust me with their horses. I trust the Chevy Blazer, and it's been a real asset around here.
Right now, lease a Chevy Blazer for only $299 a month for 30 months. A Blazer for $299 a month just makes good horse sense.
It's easy to see why Blazer puts the competition out to pasture.
The Chevy Truck 100,000 Mile Club. Only at your Heartland Chevrolet Geo dealer.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
Welcome back to the Civic Center. 1-point game. It was 15-14 after the first quarter. Both teams with a basket in the second. It'll be Spartans' ball when play resumes in a moment. You see Jeff Yeager getting set on defense. Kyle Stevens, what an assignment for him today. Guarding Kip Sparby. There he is. Oh, inside the cut to Carlson. ROCORI takes the lead.
Again, ROCORI doing a better job the last few times on the court, getting some offensive rebounds and getting some inside shots. Inside looks at the basket. They're in a 1-3-1 zone right now. They played a lot of this yesterday. They like to switch up their defenses.
Addison inside, blocked by Crone. He gets it back. Brimming off, higher rebound. Foul on Crone.
Cardinals are getting inside. They're just having a hard time putting those layups down.
Well, they've got a pretty tall ROCORI team that jumps well also. And Crone really makes his presence known as a freshman. He really gets up.
Fouls on Jason Crone. That's his second. Inside. Addison.
What a beautiful bounce pass from Kyle Stevens.
8 for Addison. Carlson missing. Staples-Motley by 1. A chance to go up 3 or 4 with that 3 by Yeager. It's off. Outlet pass Sparby to Carlson, who walked.
Carlson got his feet going before they put the ball on the floor. It's a good call.
Addison with an 8. Just scored a moment ago to give the Cardinals a 1-point lead. Here's Kelly. He's been quiet offensively today. Stevens inside to Hire. Turnaround. Crone on the rebound.
The Staples-Motley team has had quite a run. They've only lost 1 game, and that was early in the season to Fergus Falls, a Class AA school. ROCORI, meanwhile, has had a lot of close games. They're 21-5 on the season. They've played, I believe, 5 overtime games this season, not counting yesterday. 6, I guess. Here's Hire. He gets it to Paul.
How did that pass get through? I think it was Yeager who put that one through there. And Hire with another basket. And it's a 3-point lead. Sparby, back of the rim. Fighting for the rebound is Hire. It comes out to Yeager. Cardinals will slow it back up. Here's Kelly, back to Yeager. He drives and feeds. Hire. Chris Hire with 8.
Yeager with a nice feed inside. Again, Staples-Motley with an inside game going. They're really looking strong.
Another jump shot hits the back of the rim. It was Voigt that time. Yeager over to Stevens. Yeager for 3.
Oh, they are on a roll, and Coach Bob Brink is off the bench for ROCORI. He wants a timeout.
Yeager's 3 gives the Cardinals their biggest lead of the game, an 8-point lead on the Banville scoreboard.
Guess what? When you buy Frontier Grass Herbicide and Banville, you'll get cash back on both.
Or by Frontier and Clarity, cash back on both. Or by Frontier and Marksman, you guessed it. It's called Cash Partners from Sandoz. Just buy Frontier and get $12 back when it's paired with Banville or Clarity, $2.50 with Marksman. That makes our Cash Partners rewards even bigger than before. Superior performance and more cash back. Why you'd pass up this deal is anyone's guess.
The man was an animal. Jeffrey? All through lunch. There's bacon flying this way, cheese flying that way.
Hardee's introduces the ultimate bacon cheeseburger.
He didn't just eat it, he attacked it.
Sizzling bacon, melted Swiss and American cheese. It's all burger. All mine.
So what'd you do then? Took him to a chick flick. That's some burger. Tonight, shopping.
The new ultimate bacon cheeseburger from Hardee's.
So what'd you have for lunch today?
Enjoy the ultimate omelet biscuit at breakfast tomorrow for just 99 cents.
Chris Heyer has 10 points, most of them inside, and Jeff Yeager's three-pointer has given the Cardinals an 8-point lead.
Well, Staples-Motley getting the shots that they want, and also really doing a great job on the defensive boards, only allowing ROCORI one shot. I think ROCORI needs to be careful about their shot selection, try to get some things in the paint going, and they've got to work harder to get those second and third shots. You know, when you've got Voigt and Sparby, your tallest players, playing on the perimeter, sometimes they're not always there. But that's the kind of shots you want. Not always there for the offensive rebound, though.
Hondo to Sparby on the lob. That ends a 9-0 Staples-Motley run. It's a 6-point lead for the Cardinals. Yeager pump fakes, throws it away, and this is Eric Schmitz just in the game with the steal. Here's Sparby. Voigt to Sparby in the post.
When he gets going, he is so tough. Yesterday he was 14 for 20 from the field, 6 for 9 from three-point range. He was so hot yesterday. I think he's kind of streaky once he gets going and feels it. Watch out.
He has 10, leading the Spartans. It's a 4-point game now after the timeout. Addison inside.
Oh, is that beautiful or what? Yeager with a perfectly thrown pass, and Addison using his body to take one step and jump and get to the basket.
Addison has 10. Heyer has 10. Sparby has 10. Voigt inside draws the foul. It's on Addison.
Well, that's a matchup I was going to watch a little bit too. That Addison came over and committed the foul there, but Eric Kelly at 6'1" is actually been given the assignment of trying to stop Mike Voigt. Voigt will step up to the free throw line, and Voigt has a few inches on him too, and I would think it'd be smart for Bob Brink and ROCORI to try to look to get him isolated and posting up.
It's Addison's first foul. 5 points for Mike Voigt after the free throw. Make it 6, and it's a 4-point game. Once again, just like the first quarter, started out slow here in the second, and now both teams picking it up. Yeager met by Schmitz at half court. Stevens over to Eric Kelly. Up to Stevens, I'm sorry, bounce pass Heyer. And the foul.
ROCORI really trying to mix things up. They've moved to a 2-3 zone, but Staples-Motley has just recognized everything and reacted so beautifully. There you see the penetration by Stevens. Again, a beautiful bounce pass. Heyer shot fake and draws the foul.
12 points for Chris Heyer, and he's been playing most of this game with 2 fouls. He got 2 quick ones. Gets the roll.
That's a great point.
7-point lead. It was 8. It's 11 points for Chris Heyer. It's a 7-point lead after the 3-point play by Heyer. Schmitz. Voigt. Stevens almost with a steal.
Stevens almost knocked his coach over. Lynn Peterson right into the bench. Coach Peterson was trying to get some instructions out there and almost got caught up in the action.
Also in the game, Nate Willenbring with the ball. There's Voigt. Kelly guarding him. Spin move. Sparby underneath.
Well, Sparby's been working the baseline, and he was trying to look for a lob for himself, but he didn't get that, but he did get the great position for the offensive rebound.
12 for Sparby. It seems like he and Heyer are kind of matching each other basket for basket as we count it down in the first half. A 5-point Staples-Motley lead. Kelly over to Yeager for three. Front of the rim. ROCORI will get the last shot. No, they won't. A traveling call on Willenberg. I spoke too soon. 3.9. What can you do in 3.9?
Oh, lots of things.
I'm curious if they go inside or outside here. Kelly, Heyer, almost stolen. Off the scramble, and that'll wrap up the first half. Staples-Motley finishes with a spurt here. They lead 31-26 at halftime. Interesting first half.
A well-played first half. You know, Lynn Peterson over 400 wins in his career. Bob Brink over 600 wins. Over 1,000 wins between these two coaches. They've been around a long time. They've built good programs. What I like best is that they're fundamentally sound. They don't make a lot of mistakes. And the reason is that they play a lot of basketball in the off season in the summertime.
Yeah, we hardly had turnovers until the second quarter of that game. Andy Skugman standing by with Bob Brink. Let's go to him now. Andy?
All right, Jeff. Thanks, Coach. Down by 5 after one half of play. Your thoughts?
Well, they shot the ball off well. You have to give Staples credit. You know, we've shown our defenses, and they've done a very, very good job attacking them. I think at halftime we're going to have to figure out something to try to keep the ball from going into paint. They're just getting it in there too much. So those are too high percentage shots to be giving them those shots.
Your team tired at all from yesterday?
Well, I think so. I didn't think we were, but we looked tired. You know, 2 overtimes maybe took a little bit out of us, and what about a 12-hour rest or 24-hour rest? I guess that's probably not enough.
Okay, Coach. Good luck in the second half. That is Bob Brink from ROCORI. His team down by 5. Jeff and Janet, back to you guys.
Thanks, Andy. As we take a look at the Civic Center from the GMC Truck Viking Land Cam, as Janet said, a well-played first half. Staples-Motley with a 5-point lead at the intermission. Back with more after this.
You've got a big game to watch. You've got a big crowd to feed. And you've only got one bag of chips. Which is why Super America helps out in more ways than you can imagine. With row after row of munchies. Sandwiches to satisfy the hungriest crowd. And high-performance gasoline like Super America's 92 octane with Injector Guard Plus. Super America. When it comes to making you look super, we never stop.
After one half of football, San Francisco leads New York 540 to 310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
Please make your selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
Dodge Dakota is #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. #1 in horsepower, #1 in torque, even #1 in towing. In fact, Dodge Dakota is ranked #1 in more categories versus any compact. So it should come as no surprise that across America, Dodge pickups are #1 in sales growth. Now get up to $3,500 off on Dodge Dakota, including $1,000 cash back.
This is a Minnesota 9 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Lori Aoki. In the news this hour, a huge breakthrough in the 2-week-old strike against General Motors. GM has reached a settlement with striking brake workers at 2 plants in Dayton, Ohio. Union members will vote on the deal tomorrow. The walkout idled 150,000 workers and virtually shut down GM's production in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. The Budget Axe is falling hard on Minnesota's technical colleges. About 25% of tech teachers will get pink slips in the next few weeks because of funding cuts and declining enrollment. Many of those laid off could be reinstated before classes begin next fall. And high schoolers can put on their dancing shoes. Dance Line is now a recognized competitive activity. But don't expect to letter in it just yet. The State High School League stopped short of making Dance Line a varsity sport. Boosters say the move will give the activity more credibility. We'll have more news after the game.
If you asked Minnesota 9 News photographers what their most difficult assignment is, they'd probably say when our reporters are on the loose. Most convenient things in the last 24 hours? Takeout last night, and if you really want to see what goes on behind the scenes, you could learn to operate a boom mic. Or you can catch the entertainment report on Minnesota's most convenient newscast.
Clarity to control, clarity to control. Clarity to control, broadleaf and corn, section 4.
Control to clarity. Engage.
No other herbicide battles broadleaf weeds like Clarity. It attacks at multiple sites so weeds can't build up a resistance.
Clarity to control, red alert. We have a resistant Congo burn.
No problem. I register no more broadleaves.
All resistance has been crushed.
Clarity, a higher standard of broadleaf control.
Keith and Stephanie Brennan each opened a portfolio IRA, not just because it combines various accounts into one plan with one easy-to-read statement. They open portfolio IRAs because they can include a wide range of options from both First Bank and FBS Investment Services, which gives them the flexibility to go in whatever direction they ultimately decide to go.
Before your next haircut, ask yourself a few quick questions. Is your hair salon open evenings and weekends? Great Clips is. Does your hair salon clearly post their prices?
$21. Last time it was only $16.
Great Clips does. Are the stylists at your hair salon courteous and friendly? Are they professionally trained? Do they stand behind their work? If your hair salon is Great Clips, then you already know the answers. Great Clips. Guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style.
Staples-Motley up by 5 after one half of play in our first game of the afternoon here today. Welcome back to the St. Paul Civic Center. I'm Andy Skugman. This is Game Time on UPN 9. You know, Staples-Motley is trying to return to the title game for the second straight year. They lost to Minneapolis North in 1995, a year ago, in our first year of the Sweet 16 format. Jeff Grayson takes a look back at that game.
Staples-Motley came into the game as the underdog. Minneapolis North entered with 2 starters missing because they were ineligible. Motley came out firing. Eric Kelly from up top for 3 helps the Cardinals to a 13-point lead. Threes do the deed as Staples-Motley canned 7 trays to take a 5-point lead at the half. In the second half, Polar sophomore sensation Khalid El Amin takes over. His line mate Jabbar Washington spins in the lane, getting North within 3. For the first time since the first minute of the game, Liddell Davis puts the Polars up by 1 with a steal and the drive for 2. In the fourth quarter, scores tied 52 all.
Khalid El Amin will try to win the championship. Off no good. Westbury puts it in. Kayvon Westbury puts North in front with 1.5 left.
Feels like there's no words I can use to describe it. I feel like I'm on top of the world. I was just in the right spot at the right time, and I was able to put it back in.
North has advanced to the second round of the Sweet 16 tournament. They will play our next game here at the Civic Center this afternoon, tip-off at 2 o'clock. They will face St. Thomas Academy, and Cadets coach Mike Manning is here now. And Coach, first tell us about your game yesterday. How did you get here today? An interesting ball game.
It sure was. We were up 18 at the end of the third quarter, and then in that fourth quarter, well, I'll tell you, they had a great comeback. They shot some NBA threes, and we just couldn't contain him. And I think their player, Osterlund, scored 19 points in that fourth quarter. We struggled from the free throw line, and I think what it does is refocus us for today and really commits us to our game plan to execute against North.
Talk about North a little bit. Khalid El Amin, Jabbar Washington, Ozzie Lockhart. We know the firepower, the defending champs. What's the strategy going in?
Well, I remember at the beginning of the year when they were ranked number 1 and we were ranked number 2 to start the season, everybody said, what would you do if you played North? And so we knew that if there was, well, we were both fortunate enough to be here, we'd play in this round of the game. And I said, if I got a chance to be here, I knew what I'd do. I'd smile the whole time. So that's one of the plans for today, is just enjoy it.
Now Khalid El Amin, Jabbar Washington, we know about them. You have a couple of big players yourself, Javier Collins and Matthew Lee. Talk about them.
Absolutely. I think, you know, you look at Javier Collins at 6'7", about 280 for us. he gets it done for us inside. And we just feel if we can get the ball on the rim today, that we have an advantage. And we focused and concentrated all of our preparation on breaking their press and trying to get ourselves into our offensive set. So we think if we can turn this into a half-court game and not run with the Polars, that we have an opportunity.
Are you happy that you're facing them in this round? Would you like to see them later, or do you have the opinion that you're going to have to beat every team to win it all anyway?
Yeah, you know, it really doesn't matter. I look at all of the different pairings, and so many strange things take place in a tournament. It doesn't really matter who the best team is on paper. It just matters what happens during these 4 quarters. So we're just excited to be here and play. I think the crowd will be wonderful today. I think this is a game that a lot of people have been looking forward to.
Let me ask you about the Sweet 16 format. What do you think of it?
I like the Sweet 16. Now, I'm biased because I'm here right now. So, you know, if I'm sitting at home right now, I don't know if I'd like it quite as much. So I think when I step back and look at it, though, it seems like there's a lot of really good games and good teams in the field this year. And I think these Class A teams are really tough and can play with the AA teams very easily at this level in the season. So, you know, I'd like to see it stay around a little bit longer, but I think the 4-class system will work for Minnesota as well next year.
Mike Manning, good luck in our second game against Minneapolis.
Thanks a lot, Andy.
All right, that is Mike Manning, the Cadets coach, St. Thomas Academy, Minneapolis North. They're next. We still have one half of basketball in our first quarterfinal of the day. Staples-Motley up by 5 over ROCORI. We will return to the St. Paul Civic Center right after this.
UPN 9's game time coverage of the Minnesota State basketball tournaments is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen, Great Clips, and your Heartland Chevrolet Geo dealers.
So, are you with AT&T?
No.
Oh, how's your long-distance company working out for you?
I'm not happy at all.
But what if I gave you some really good reasons to switch to AT&T, including up to 100 free AT&T minutes?
That would be wonderful.
Only AT&T customers can get AT&T True Reach savings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, spend $25 a month and you save 25% on every type of call on your AT&T phone bill.
It's easy.
It's free. You can call anyone, anywhere in the U.S. And you see your savings on your AT&T phone bill.
I don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out.
No, but you do have to be an AT&T customer. Switch now and we'll send you AT&T long-distance certificates, good for up to 100 free AT&T minutes. You can use your free minutes to call, well, anybody. So, what are you going to do?
Switch to AT&T.
Good. Then why not give us a call right now?
You didn't ask me what I was going to do.
Okay. Who's the long-distance company for you?
It's hands down AT&T.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
Hi, I'm Holly Johansson.
And I'm Matt Torville.
We represent Woodbury High School.
We're the AAA award winners from Region 3AA.
The state high school tournament continues here on UPN 9.
Welcome back. Halftime here at the Civic Center. Staples-Motley, the A school, leading ROCORI, the AA school, 31-26. Jeff Grayson, Janet Carbon. Well played first half.
Wow, each team only had 5 turnovers. They're hitting the boards hard. It's been a really enjoyable game to watch, but I think you have to kind of wonder, can Staples-Motley keep shooting as well as they did in the first half?
Let's take a look. We're going to look at some of the highlights coming up here. It helps when you have shots like this as part of your percentage.
Well, and that's exactly been their game plan. There's Eric Kelly, great penetration. Dish off to Chris Heyer, who had a big first half with 13 points. All mostly coming from the paint. He did hit a couple 12-foot, 14-foot jump shots also with some nice touch. There's another beautiful pass that went into Corey Otteson. And you can see that both those guys, 6'4", 6'5", they're strong, they move well, and they are a priority for their teammates. They're looked to all the time.
And here is a ROCORI highlight. That is Voigt with the jump shot. Mike Voigt had 6. Janet mentioned Heyer with 13, and Dan Otteson with 10 to lead Staples-Motley.
Well, Kip Sparby has had such a great state tournament. There's a beautiful alley-oop pass up to him. He had 12 points in the first half, and you can expect for him to continue to do well. But I think the player that you're going to have to watch for ROCORI is Mike Voigt. He's been a little quiet, and they're really going to need him to step it up. You heard Bob Brink talk about that they're going to need to do a better job trying to keep Staples-Motley out of the paint defensively. So we'll see what he tries to pull out of his bag for the second half.
Well, we'll see what happens as we get ready for the third quarter. We're coming back with it after this.
There's nothing
something like a Jimmy to help you stay on top of things. Get some peace of mind. Get a Jimmy. GMC is a proud television broadcast sponsor of the Minnesota State High School Tournament.
Barnes has lined up great savings for your home. Add storage space with organizers from Lee Rowan. Save on a wide selection of racks, shelves, baskets, and more. Linen shelves start at just $3.27. Your kitchen will sparkle with a faucet from Price Pfister. Choose from many styles backed by a lifetime warranty. Single-handle kitchen faucets are $49.97 after rebate. Save on brand name quality at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, Paul Molitor with my favorite Batgirl, Blair. This is us coming home to play with the twins. Now this is a locker room. My new uniform. What do you think? Great concession stand.
2 hot dogs. Everything.
Here's Blair giving me the signal to sacrifice. This is way too fun. Boy, Met Stadium sure has changed.
There's the view, the GMC Truck Viking Land cam looking over the St. Paul Civic Center. That's our score as we get ready for the third quarter. A couple of stats jump out here as we look at the halftime stats after 16 minutes. Staples-Motley just shooting the lights out in this game, Janet.
Well, you can see ROCORI has shot a few more times than Staples-Motley, but Staples-Motley 70%. You kind of wonder, can they keep it up? Minneapolis North shot almost 70% for their entire game yesterday. So I think that's something to watch. It's been shot selection, though. I'm sure Bob Brink would like to see his team getting a few more shots in the paint and not relying on that perimeter game so heavily. It's one thing if you're hot, but they have not been particularly hot from the outside today.
You mentioned looking for Mike Voigt to light it up a little bit. He has 6 for the Spartans. Eric Kelly had 27 yesterday for the Cardinals. He has 5 at halftime. But as you said, with the Cardinals getting their points in the paint, points are points. There's Kelly with the ball as we start the third quarter. Yeager hit a 3, missed a few more. Here's Stevens into Hire. And the foul.
Wow. ROCORI came out in a 2-3 zone, packing it in. Sparby looked so aggressive, fronting Hire so he wouldn't get the ball. But then he allowed the offensive rebound. The pass inside. Hire doing a great job using his body with the shot fake to get Sparby up. And that's one thing about ROCORI. They like to jump. They must have blocked a lot of shots this season because any little shot fake and they're up off the ground, and that's causing some problems.
It's an 8-point game. You saw the power of the pump fake right there. 16 for Chris Hire in a continuation of the first 2 quarters. Sparby over to Carlson. Outside, Voigt missing. Rebound, Hire. Looked like might have been an over the back, and it's a jump ball. Possession stays with ROCORI as Crone was there.
Crone was lucky that time. I think he knows it too.
Sparby to inbound. Kip with 12 in the first half. Voigt has it again. He took a long one from there a moment ago. Drives and pulls up. It's a 6-point game now.
Now ROCORI back in that 1-3-1 zone that they were in earlier.
8 for Voigt. Stevens gets a pass, takes it. Hire off the rebound. 18 for Chris Hire. Wow, that's a forced shot turning into a basket off that play, Janet. Here's Yeager. Spin move. Hondo hit the
Hire is single-handedly making ROCORI miserable here today, giving them a 10-point lead.
20 for Chris Hire, and he's got all the points here. He's got all 7 in the second half here for the Cardinals. Driving to the basket is Crone. He's cut off by Hire. Sparby over to Voigt. Voigt for 3. Mike Voigt connects. he has 5 in this half. Right now, 2 people have done all the scoring, Heyer and Voigt. You mentioned at halftime those 2. Kelly for 3. Addison rebounded. He loses it. Voigt hustles on the deck. It goes out of bounds, and it's Staples-Motley ball.
What's difficult out of that 1-3-1 zone is rebound coverage, and even out of a 2-3 zone. If you're playing a man-to-man like Staples is, you know who you're supposed to block out. But on a zone situation, ROCORI has not reacted real well in deciding, I'm going to go find somebody to box out.
Kelly for 3. Eric Kelly gives his team a 10-point lead.
He had everybody boxed out that time, but he made the shot.
Bob Brink wants a timeout. 8 points for Eric Kelly on the first bank scoreboard.
After one half of football, San Francisco leads New York 540 to 310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
He's making a selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
Dairy Queen announces the ultimate super value meal. Start with 66% more beef than a Big Mac, sizzling bacon, 2 layers of cheese, 2 fresh tomato slices, lettuce and zesty sauce. With fries and a drink, it's just $3.49. It's the DQ Homestyle Ultimate. The ultimate super value meal, just $3.49. Only at Dairy Queen. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Thickening clouds here today. High near 35, still breezy.
Staples-Motley in control. Great ball movement. That particular shot taken by Eric Kelly. He is so effective from 3-point range. Yesterday, he was 6 for 7 from 3-point range.
It is a 10-point game right now. Gabe Dahl and Eric Schmitz in the game for ROCORI. Here's Voigt outside, guarded by Kelly. Pulls up, rims off. Rebound, Addison. Either Heyer or Addison have been doing most of the rebounding for the Cardinals, as the Cardinals try to add to their lead. They've doubled it since the start of the second half.
ROCORI trying a man-to-man now. And again, that will help him from a rebounding standpoint. Sparby's mashed up on Heyer. They're doing a lot of bumping.
Kelly to the hole. Rebound, Heyer. He's everywhere.
He sure is. You know, when he caught that ball, he was underneath the basket. He jumped back out into the court and put it in.
Basket and the foul for Sparby. 22 for Heyer. Sparby gets the basket, and the lead is back down to 10.
Oh, what a nice move by Sparby here. Little spin move in between 2 defenders. He's got nice shooting touch, but again, wisely, he uses the glass so well.
It's the 3rd foul on Chris Heyer, and it's 15 points for Kip Sparby. It's down to 9 now. You see right there. 43-34, Staples-Motley. Yeager loses it. He gets it back after Kelly passes it. Inside, Heyer. He's fouled by Crone. Wow, Heyer. Game plan for Heyer.
Beautiful little scoop pass in there from Yeager to Heyer, and he goes after it aggressively.
Second team foul.
Heyer hits the free throw. 23 points for Chris Heyer.
He's just a junior also. He's a good student, 3.6. Would like to go somewhere to play college basketball.
It looks like Kyle Stevens is shaken up. See if we can find out what happened to Kyle. Coming into the game is Bob Hazuka, number 40. Looks like he's just getting his arm taped up. Heyer hits them both. The lead is 11. 24 for Chris Heyer. Schmidt's guarded by Yeager. This is Crone. Heyer with 3 fouls, remember. Sparby for 3. Long rebound. Schmidt's got it. But Azuka comes out of there with it. Here's Kelly up to Yeager. There are 2 Cardinals behind right there. Heyer.
But you can see why Lynn Peterson doesn't want to take him out of the game even if he has 3 fouls.
It's a 13-point lead. He has that body control when he fakes those guys out. Sparby. Voigt with Kelly on it. Inside to the basket.
Voigt creates most of his offense himself. Sparby is a lot more active, moving, running off of picks, people setting him screens here and there, and he's a great one-on-one player too, but Voigt doesn't get a lot of help, and it seems as though if he scores, it's because he set it up with a fake or a move, and that's a lot tougher.
Addison missing. Sparby made him change the shot. Voigt with 13. He has 7 in this quarter. Janet, you said you're looking for him to kind of come alive here, and he has. Still an 11-point game for 3. Eric Schmitz. It's down to 8.
Eric Schmitz was 1 for 1 from 3-point range yesterday, and he likes to pick his time and make sure it's an important time when he comes through.
Well, he hit a 3 with about 2:50 left in the third to get the lead down to single digits. Yeager over to Kelly. Inside, quick pass to Otson. 3-point play opportunity for Dan Addison.
Well, Addison is strong and very experienced at the post position, 6'4" junior. You can see him kind of schooling Crone. Crone needs to make up his mind and decide what he's going to do, if he's going to deny the ball or what he's going to do. And if he's going to foul, he needs to make sure that that person does not get the ball to go up and in.
What a 1-2 punch for the Cardinals. Heyer and Addison. In and out. It is still a 10-point game. Off the defense, it'll still go to ROCORI. Staples-Motley maintaining the lead on the First Bank scoreboard.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
Cover your walls with quality Glidden paint from Menards. You'll find a finish to suit any room. Spreadwall has a flat finish that's ideal for bedrooms and dining rooms. Just $7.44 a gallon. Spread Low Luster gives a low gloss look to kitchens and baths. Now $10.58. If there's a special color you'd like, Glidden's color matching computer will get the color you want. Menards has you covered with Glidden paint.
Save big money at Menards.
Back at the St. Paul Civic Center, Andy Skookman along with Jeff Grayson, Janet Carvin. An interesting story about Dan Addison from Staples-Motley. Last year, at the beginning of the season, he weighed 255 pounds. He's dropped to 190, and as his weight has gone down, his average has gone up. He's averaging about 12 points a ball game. He's at 12 right now in this one. Jeff?
Thank you, Marvelous. Well, they chant Moose when he comes into the game. And he's having a very good game right now. He's got 12 points. Staples-Motley's biggest lead, 13. It's at 10 right now. Voigt. Bounce pass stolen away. Stevens got a piece of it. He's back in the game with his right elbow tape. Here's Kelly. Quick dribble. Over to Heyer. Inside, it's blocked by Sparby. Stevens got it back. With authority, Voigt brings it down. What did you call that one, Janet, at halftime. Voigt getting more involved.
Well, I've certainly seen him play before, and being a senior, as important of a game as this is, I just knew he'd want to step it up and do everything he could to get more involved.
Sparby for 3. It's down to 7. Sparby.
And ROCORI does not need to panic. They are so much in this game, and they're a come-from-behind team a lot of times. And we have still a minute to play in this third quarter and the whole fourth quarter yet.
Sparby with 18. He caused the steal. That's Nate Willenbring. Schmitz inside. Back to Handel. Rebound. Missing by Schmitz. Jaeger comes out of there.
Oh, Schmitz did such a great job to get the position in there, just 6-footer. But he just couldn't get the offensive rebound up and in.
Schmitz hit a 3 midway through the quarter. Time left, third quarter. The lead is 7. Well-played game. Jaeger up to Kelly. He's near half court right now. Kelly's been doing with passing today. He drives and he's fouled by Voigt. That is 2 on Mike Voigt.
You know, Voigt plays a guard position, and he's matched up against probably the quickest player for Staples-Motley, and he's a pretty good-sized guy, too, and not slow a foot, but I just think sometimes he gives up something in quickness sometimes when he's guarding the point.
Stevens to Otson, and the foul!
Well, Heyer started out leading the way, and he had 13 points in this quarter alone. And now Danny Addison, sorry, is really taken over.
Dan Addison with 14 points. He's got a couple baskets in a row here. This free throw, if he makes it, will give him 15 and will give the Cardinals a 10-point lead. It does. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Sparby. And he's held by Stevens.
Not a bad foul, only the second team foul on Staples-Motley.
Really well-played game. Not too many fouls.
It's been excellent.
ROCORI with 1.6.
Wide open.
3 ball. Misses. Nate Willenbring tried it, rimmed off. Well, at halftime it was 5. Staples-Motley has doubled their lead. They lead by 10 as we get set for what should be a fun fourth quarter.
For years now, Ford Escort has come to mean the best value in a small car. And now get even more value with $1,000 cash back or 4-8 financing during the Escort closeout. Buy or lease a new 96 3-door Escort and get $1,000 cash back. Or save with low 4-8 financing. Plus, get standard features like dual airbags, air conditioning, AM/FM stereo, alloy wheels, and a rear spoiler. But $1,000 cash back or 4-8 financing during the Escort closeout is only for a short time and only at your Northland Ford dealer.
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
With the score tied in the final seconds of the 1995 Boys Basketball Championship game, Minneapolis North star Khalid El-Amin misses, but Kayvon Westbury puts in the follow-up with 1.5 seconds left, and Minneapolis North defeats Staples-Motley for the championship.
This great clip brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
A high-scoring game. Jeff Grayson with Janet Carbonen. And Janet, we're seeing the high scorers really lead here today.
We certainly are. Heyer has 26 points for Staples-Motley. Sparby with 18.
That ball stolen away. Nice defensive play by Willenbring, and here comes Sparby. Nice defensive play, Jeff Jaeger. Kelly comes out of there with it.
Well, forcing it just a little bit. You know, Sparby wanted so badly to make something happen on that trip.
Steal by Willenbring. He's on the floor for Schmitz. On the line there, looks like, was Voigt. In that quarter, Voigt was 7, Sparby with 6. Heyer led everybody with 13 in the quarter for Staples-Motley.
Corey for the first time coming out in a full court man.
Kelly gets it over the timeline, and the Cardinals get into their offense. Jeff Yeager over to Kelly, left side. Kelly with 8 today. He drives and dishes to Hire inside. Too much. Addison is there.
Wow. 1-2 punch with those guys. ROCORI, I mentioned earlier, was down 10 points against Monticello. They did come back to tie it up and go into overtime. They're down 12 with 7 minutes to play.
Dan Addison with 17. What a 1-2 punch inside. Steal by Yeager off the defense by Hire. And it's a foul on Voigt, and Bob Brink is not happy. That's 3 on Mike Voigt. That is 11 turnovers now for ROCORI, each team with 5 at halftime. Staples-Motley made 3 in the third quarter, so they've got 8 turnovers for the game.
Well, they've made several trips down. They've come up empty every time. And again, they have a lot of time. They're showing a little bit of frustration right now, but ROCORI just has to hang tough, and they haven't really been able to shut down the inside, obviously, with Hire and Addison making a lot of things happen from the paint. There's referee Tom Maurer going over to visit with Lynn Peterson, the Staples-Motley coach.
Now it's a 12-point lead right now. Yeah, the player has player has some blood on his knee. They're going to have to cover it up. I think it's Kelly. And there's a timeout on the floor here. Staples-Motley with a 12-point lead. Plenty of time left, though, when we come back on the GB Eagles scoreboard.
Has the right products for your home. Save on our entire selection of door and window hardware from Right Products. Door closers are just $3.98. Storm and screen knob latches only $4.49. Get the best lock for your money with Harlock. All styles are on sale now, including passage lock sets with bright brass finish, now just $5.98. Find the best for your doors at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Well, whether or not you go to the tune of a different drummer, it is a 12-point game right now for Staples-Motley. Cardinals had to call time because Eric Kelly had blood on him just below the knee, so he had to get that covered up. And he's getting taped up right now, as you see. Kelly is in the ball game. Cardinals to inbound underneath the ROCORI basket. Yeager handles it himself over to Kelly. Higher. That's as far away as we've seen him from the basket. Kelly thought about a 3, pulls up and hits a 2 off the window. For Eric Kelly. It's not an easy shot off that glass, is it, Jen?
No, off the dribble also, but he's got great touch, and 10 points on the day for him. He knows when to shoot it.
Carlson in and out on a 3 ball. And there's Kelly with a rebound. Whether it's scoring or passing, Eric Kelly is always around the action in some way. Stevens up to Hire. Top of the key. It's a 14-point lead. Yeager for 3, in and out. Addison had it. Crone tipped it away. It'll stay Cardinal ball. Actually, the foul will go on Crone. I thought it was just going to be out of bounds, but 7th team foul. Addison will go to the line. It's the 4th foul on Jason Crone. So bonus time for the Cardinals. with 5:53 left in the quarter. I was going to say in the game, but after the 2 games you and Dick had yesterday, I'll just say in the 4th quarter.
3 overtimes in 2 games yesterday afternoon. Crone takes a seat. Here's a good look at Addison. Ogden had as many as 28 this year against Park Rapids.
He's 1 of 2 from the line. He's got 18. Point. 3. Down to 12. 16 for Mike Voigt.
One of the reasons ROCORI has made so many come from behind wins is that they can shoot the 3.
Yeager front of the rim. He's made 1 of those today. Here's Sparby and Voigt inside now. Hondo, turn around. No. Didn't want it to go down. Rimmed out on him. Kelly brings it up. Just over 5 minutes left. 12-point game. Stevens covered by Hondo. Addison, Sparby all over him. Inside, higher, too much off the Kelly pass.
Staples-Motley trying to work the game plan of being patient and looking for the good shot. They've gotten the good shot. They just haven't fallen lately. And again, it's been ROCORI's rebounding.
Voigt misses the 3. Both teams misfiring on their last couple possessions. Yeager, higher, wants it in the post. It's knocked away. And it's a Cardinals turnover. Timeout on the floor. Staples-Motley staying in control on the Jeep Eagle scoreboard.
The National Jeep Sale is back. Your opportunity to get a great deal on one of America's legendary adventure vehicles. Lease the award-winning Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $368 a month. Or the exciting Jeep Cherokee Sport for only $259 a month with no charge air. And check out the all-new, fun-loving 97 Wrangler. But you must see your dealer now, because something this exciting will be over before you know it.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Karen Yeager's a First Bank customer, not just because she can transfer funds by phone through Fastline, or use her Checkster card instead of writing checks, or get an account summary from a Fast Bank ATM machine. Karen's a loyal customer because only First Bank puts so many ways of handling her family's money right at her fingertips.
Staples-Motley's biggest lead has been 14. They're at 12. The last ROCORI lead was 18-17 in the 2nd quarter.
Staples-Motley having a pretty easy way coming down to the state tournament. Closest game was in a subsection championship against Bertha Hewitt. That was a 13-point game, but they pretty much took care of Morris by over 25 points with Kevin Logie, the big 6'9" kid.
That's a good team.
And again, with Pelican Rapids, 22 points. They defeated them in the Section 6A tournament. So they have really been on a roll.
Well, Sparby hopes to get on a roll. A 3-pointer makes it a 9-point game. McCray lost yesterday to Staples-Motley by 7. 21 for Sparby, and a quick timeout by Staples-Motley after 1 possession. The lead is down to 9. Stay with us.
Mouth-watering offer from Subway. Buy a 6-inch Subway seafood and crab sub and get a second absolutely free. That's 2 6-inch Subway seafood and crab subs for the price of 1. You can't afford to let them pass.
If your life is full of demands, get the vehicle that meets them best. Safari from GMC. With the most towing and cargo capacity in its class, it's the only way to get your show on the road. Get the ultimate in family vans. Get a Safari. GMC is a proud television broadcast sponsor of the Minnesota State High School Tournament.
the game faces on at Staples-Motley. ROCORI's Kip Sparby with 21. His 3-ball makes it a 9-point game as we get set for the home stretch.
Staples-Motley will have to really take good care of the basketball. And also, if they can get the ball inside and continue to get some inside looks or draw some fouls, it'll really help them. Corey already has committed 17 fouls.
Jeff Yeager almost an over and back. Stevens drives. They let him have it. Kelly for 3.
That's big. That's really big.
He answers Sparby's 3 with one of his own. And you're right, when Kelly shoots them, they are opportunistic times. 13 for Eric. Sparby back of the rim on the 3. Rebound, Torborg. Joel Torborg in the game. Sparby misses again. Yeager gets the ball, and he's fouled right away by Joel Torborg.
I don't think Torborg meant to do that, but there was quite a bit of contact there. Yeager getting up a little slowly.
Right after Yeager came out of there with it, came the contact. There's a look at Joel Torborg. 5'10" senior in the game. Well, we've been telling you all sorts of numbers for each player, but right now the biggest number is 12. That's the lead of Staples-Motley. Yeager at the line. He hit a 3-pointer earlier. Now he's got 4.
Yeager averages about 9 points a game. Does an excellent job of handling the basketball, really setting up his teammates. Nice looking shot too.
5 for Yeager. 14-point lead as our time begins to be the biggest stat of all. Carlson misses the 3. Eric Kelly going out of bounds, gets the rebound and gets it out to Addison.
Kelly with a big break, saving the ball under your opponent's basket can be really dangerous, but it worked out okay that time for Staples-Motley.
Stevens misses the drive. Rebound Hondo. Here comes Sparby. Over to Voigt. Voigt, wide open 3.
He had to think about it for a second. He still was open, so he launched it and hit it.
Hired. Quick jumper. No. I don't think Lynn Peterson wanted that shot taken at all.
I don't think he did either. It's so tempting, though, for players, even though they know they should be working the clock. If they're open, a lot of them, if they're used to having the green light.
Yeager with a steal. He goes all the way with the left hand. It's up to 13 again. Big swing there. Voigt for 3. He's got 2 in a row. Oh, I need a calculator. 22 for Voigt. Great scorers today.
Oh, and ROCORI has not given up. That's the nice thing about watching them play is they're getting after it, and they still believe they have a chance to win this game, and they do. And they can hit those threes. 10 points isn't very much.
2:06 left.
That's what Lynn Peterson is worried about right now.
Now there's no shot clock. As you mentioned earlier on that time where Heyer took the jumper, probably going to work some clock when they do have the ball. Stevens to the line. The foul's on Carlson. This is Kyle Stevens. Rimming out. Rebound Hondo. Here comes Sparby. Voigt to his right. The Gunners for 3. Sparby missed the 3 on the outlet by Heyer. Here comes Kelly. Voigt on defense.
Oh, my.
What a move by Eric Kelly.
Eric Kelly had a lane to the basket, but it wasn't an easy shot by any means. Lynn Peterson probably thought, oh, I don't know if I want him taking this shot. Maybe he should be pulling it out, but it's one of those things that coaches, when they see them make it, they say, hey, nice shot.
It deserves a second look, and there it was. Eric Kelly double pumping. 15 for Eric. 10 and a half, 16 for Eric on the 3-point play. He's had them a couple ways. The long jumper for 3, and now basket and the foul.
Staples-Motley able to score in the last few possessions really has thwarted that run that ROCORI's been trying to make. they are running out of time with 1:40 to play.
Staples-Motley with 10 points off of ROCORI turnovers. Minute and a half left, a 13-point lead. Yeager with the ball. Stevens and Yeager play catch. Here's Heyer. Going to take some time off now. Heyer to the hole. Rebound his own miss, and he's fouled. Chris Heyer, who helped break this one open in the third quarter, goes to the line.
What you want to think about in these moments is nothing but a layup. And Heyer should have used the glass on that shot. But did get his own rebound. It turned out okay. But coaches don't want players taking shots unless they really, really know they have a high percentage to make it.
Heyer scored 13 of the Cardinals' 21 points in the third quarter. No points in the fourth, though. Gets the roll. 27. I'm sorry, for Chris Heyer. Stays at that number. Sparby with a rebound. 16-point lead. I'm sorry, 14-point lead. 14-point lead. Here's Yeager on the run.
Oh! Jeff Yeager, 2 big left-handed layups here the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter to give his team a little insurance policy.
Addison blocked that shot right there, and Heyer got it. And you hear them go moose. We're at the home of the moose, so I guess that makes sense.
Corey just not going to be able to do it today. They have not played poorly at all. It's just that Staples-Motley has played an excellent game all the way around.
Torborg and Voigt double team Kelly. Possession arrow to the Cardinals. Gregnuska in the game for Addison, who leaves with 18 points. We'll try to get as many of these names in as we can, as Kip Sparby has just come out of the game.
He didn't want to come out yet. He still thought they had a chance to pull it off. It would have been a really long shot by that point, but there is Voigt again.
Voigt for 3. He's hit 3 threes in a row. Mike Voigt. Addison leaves 18 points, 12 rebounds. Great game for Dan Addison. Off the turnover, here comes Torborg. That's time left in the game. Going to the hole was Eric Boucher. Staples-Motley to the semifinals. (70-57) the final.
Well, behind some great shooting, also some wonderful guard leadership in Kelly and Yeager down the stretch, and the play of the 2 big guys, Staples-Motley has shown that they deserve to be here even without Blaine Yeager, of course, who was their star from last year that everybody still talks about. But all those players are back. They're even better than they were last year.
For the second straight year, they beat a AA school. They took care of Lakeville last year. They defeat ROCORI Cold Spring this year. And their fans are loving life right now.
And it's possible they may be matched up against North. They're rematch of the state championship last year if North emerges the winner in the next game versus St. Thomas Academy.
The Cadets will have something to say about that. So great individual performances in this team game on both sides. Addison and Heyer for Staples-Motley, Eric Kelly also, and then ROCORI, Sparby and Voigt. Scoring machines.
They were scoring machines, but usually it probably would have been enough. But with Staples-Motley having a little bit better balance, I would also say that the rebounding edge probably went to Staples-Motley in the game as well.
Let's go to Andy Skugman, who's with Chris Heyer. Andy?
That's right, Jeff. I am with the scoring machine today for Staples-Motley. 27 points. Just give me your emotions right now.
It feels great to be in the semifinals again this year. The guys all played well. I mean, we did a heck of a job tonight playing against this team.
Yesterday it was Eric Kelly. Today it was you leading the way. Is that kind of how it's been this season when one player is not at his best, the other player steps up?
That's happened all year. Either it's Eric or somebody else on the team, Kyle. I mean, everybody steps up in the game. It's just my night tonight, and maybe it's Jeff's tonight or Danny's.
3 of 5 starters back from last year's team. How much has experience helped you guys?
Experience has helped a lot down here. Experience will help over everybody else, and it's good to have experience.
If Minneapolis North wins this next game this afternoon, it's a rematch of last year's final. Would you be looking forward to that?
I've been waiting all year for this to meet Minneapolis North again. It should be a good ball game.
Okay, good luck. Congratulations today.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff, back to you.
Thanks, Andy. Back with more right after this.
She's not in high school.